Hi everyone, I want to talk about hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoids are made up of mucosal fibrovascular arteriovenous sinusoids, and they are part of normal anorectum or anoderm. By anatomy, hemorrhoidal veins are normal anatomical structures. They are located in the submucosal layer of the rectum. There is a dentate line that divides hemorrhoids into two parts. Above the dentate line, superior hemorrhoids, and below is inferior hemorrhoids. And at the same time, dividing the hemorrhoids above dentate line to internal hemorrhoids and external hemorrhoids below the dentate line. Draining of these hemorrhoidal veins will be into the internal pudendal veins, and the pudendal veins will empty into inferior vena cava, and from there to the right atrium and the right ventricle, and then to pulmonary artery for reoxygenation. Mixed internal and external hemorrhoids are possible. The external hemorrhoids are painful. And why that? Because they are covered by modified epithelium, which contains numerous somatic pain receptors. What are the possible causes of hemorrhoid? Increased age. I'll talk more about that in a bit. Diarrhea, visiting the washroom, joint, or toilet, the more depending on where you are on the surface of the earth. Pregnancy, because of the pressure effect, tumors along the pelvic region, prolonged sitting, you've heard about that. Straining while defecating, maybe from constipation or chronic constipation, and anything that increases intra-abdominal pressure. The pathogenesis is essentially that there is dilation of the veins of the internal hemorrhoidal venous pleasures. The hemorrhoidal cushions contain abnormal distensions of the arteriovenous anastomosis. The fecal bolus forces the hemorrhoidal pleasures against the internal sphincter, and with that there will be increased tone and hypertrophy. The hemorrhoids will become enlarged and protrude. As you age, like the other time I just mentioned, part of the causes is increased age. As you age, the connective tissues will be weakened, and including the hemorrhoidal anchors, they will become weakened, and therefore they begin to surge and protrude into the inner canal. Hemorrhoids are graded into four, and the first is grade 1 is never below the dentate line, seen only in the lumen during endoscopy, particularly anoscopy. So the affected individual would not even know that anything is happening anywhere. Grade 2, with straining or defecation, the hemorrhoid will protrude out, out of the inner canal. But on its own, it's going to reduce. So there will be spontaneous reduction. Grade 3, there will be protrusion out of the inner canal. You can see it or feel it, and you need to manually reduce it. It's not going to reduce spontaneously like we found in grade 2. In grade 4, however, you're going to see it's going to protrude out of the inner canal, but it's not going to be reducible. Unlike grade 3, the manual reduction will not work. It will remain permanently out there, and it may strangulate. That's grade 4. What are the clinical features? Is likely going to be painless and it's going to be bleeding. So painless anal hemorrhoidal bleeding. And the bleeding could be of large volume of blood or just be kind of spots. It might just be staining the stools and comes after defecation or comes along with defecation. It may prolapse and you feel the hemorrhoid when you touch your inner rectum, can become pruritic, severe itching, and might become painful if thrombosed. The type of blood might be pure blood that you're going to see when you defecate. There's possibility of iron deficiency anemia, particularly when there's massive bleeding that is reoccurring for a long period of time. And that will present with weakness, headache, irritability, fatigue, pallor, shortness of breath, heart racing, and heart failure. There's possibility of fecal incontinence, mucus discharge, wetness, and itching that is secondary to internal hemorrhoids, columnar epithelium, mucus production. It's possible to be irritating, and the skin types associated with external hemorrhoids are very difficult to clean. External hemorrhoids are painful because of possible thrombosis and highly innervated overlying skin. How do we make the diagnosis? It is mainly by history involving the characteristics listed above, and of course the physical examination that will involve digital rectal examination. I will make a separate full presentation on digital rectal examination in future. Anoscopy, if after digital rectal examination the result is equivocal, which means it's not specific, you can have flexible sigmoidoscopy done or colonoscopy depending on your finding, and you are going to likely make that referral if there is profound anemia, or this is an elderly person that is old already, or anoscopy result dictates that you need further investigation. What are the possible differential diagnoses here? Anal fissures, polyps, rectal prolapse, colorectal carcinoma, anorectal carcinoma, proctitis, trauma, anal abscesses, and fistula. In conclusion, for the moment, the treatment of hemorrhoids will be next presentation. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Kindly subscribe. For example, I'll go into full details of how we can treat hemorrhoids in the next presentation. Be on the lookout. Thank you.